Well, this was amazing. Now, to fully understand the show, you do need to watch Clone Wars all the way through. Otherwise, the last 2 episodes of the show will be pretty confusing, and frankly, they'll have spoilers for like what happens at the end of Clone Wars, because it kind of picks up around that time. So, what exactly is this show? This is a series of 15-minute, approximately, shorts that serve to bridge the gap or give backstory to various moments during the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Specifically, the series focuses on Dooku before he fell to the dark side, as well as Ahsoka's early days as a Jedi Padawan. And there are some deep cuts into Star Wars lore in this show. There's an episode where we meet Yaddle, a female member of Yoda's species, and what's interesting is that she speaks normally. Like, she doesn't speak backwards like Yoda does. I always assumed that was just a thing that his species does. That's how his species speaks. They speak backwards. No, as far as we know, it's just Yoda. So why does Yaddle speak forwards? I don't know. They don't really explain this. We only briefly saw this character in Phantom Menace, and as far as I know, she didn't have any lines, and she also never shows up again. So getting to see her, learn what happened to her, like why we only see Yoda and Grogu later on, but never this other character, why we see so few members of Yoda's species who is still unnamed. That was pretty cool, why we learned why she was never really seen again, though it is a bit tragic. We also get to see Ahsoka's planet, and this episode was fascinating, because this is the first episode, and there's very little dialogue in it. And yet we still get a sense for how the society on Ahsoka's planet works, and it actually reminded me quite a bit of the game Horizon Zero Dawn. And one of the best episodes was one of the later episodes where Ahsoka is training to defend herself against clone troopers so she can be ready for battle. And that was brilliant foreshadowing of Order 66, especially the last moment of this episode where she and Rex know they're going to have to fight these clone troopers. So this is a nice little anthology series. It gives more backstory to characters and events, and I'm really hoping they do more of these types of projects. They're not particularly big or ambitious, but they're nice little stories. They're nice little bits of lore. Very similar to Star Wars Visions, except unlike Visions, this one is actually canon, I assume, but I'm hoping we get more of these. Hoping we get more of these anthology shorts, whether they're canon or not. Maybe if this gets another season, maybe do a few episodes about the Old Republic. Maybe do some episodes about Caleb Doom before he becomes Kanan Jarrus. I was hoping we'd get to see Yoda training Dooku, because Dooku was Yoda's apprentice, but that didn't happen, so maybe if they do another season, it will. But this is a nice little origin story for Dooku, a nice way to fill in some more of Ahsoka's story. So if you're a fan of the prequels, if you're a fan of Clone Wars, it is a must-watch.